Hey everybody, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. Now, most people don't realize that your emotions can influence what you eat. For example, when you're under extra stress, whether it's emotional or physical, your body and brain will actually crave more sugar and carbohydrates. One reason is because it wants to help increase serotonin and dopamine levels, your hormones and neurotransmitters that make you feel better. Now, women see this happen a lot more often during their menstrual cycles due to their hormonal changes, and thus various cravings occur. However, what you eat can also influence your mood. So the reverse can happen. And today I'm going to reveal 5 common foods that can decrease your mood, deplete your body, increase negative feelings, and thus can even cause or increase depression. Thus, simple food changes, such as avoiding or limiting today's 5 foods, can be the difference between feeling much worse or actually feeling more stable, better, and happier. And I'll also give you alternative solutions to each. And this is very important, especially considering that over 7% of the American population over the age of 18 is actually diagnosed with clinical depression. And this does not take into account teenagers, which also deal with a lot of depression. This also does not take into account all the people who haven't been tested, all right, who haven't sought out help, or simply they just feel really down or depressed without that quote unquote official diagnosis. So if you are feeling down or depressed, you're not alone, and it may not be your fault. It could simply be related to the foods you're eating. There is hope, and at the end of today's video, I'll also give you some really effective solution that you can use to help rebalance and optimize your brain chemicals so you can feel happier and reduce feelings of depression, worry, and anxiety. All right, so let's get started with the first one, which is sugar. Now, sugar and salt are found in almost all foods, especially those that taste good. However, in a 2015 study, it revealed that the increase in added sugars in one's diet was actually associated with an increased likelihood of depression. In fact, there's a correlation between depression, diabetes, and dementia. And the researchers have discovered that when blood glucose levels are elevated, levels of protein that encourage the growth of neurons and synapses actually drops and it decreases. And this simply means that the act of eating sugar makes your brain work at suboptimal levels. And the more you do it, the greater your risk of depression and the greater your risk of diabetes and dementia too. So the solution here is just read the labels and limit the sugars, the extra sugars that they add to it whenever possible, especially when you're not feeling 100%, you're not really feeling yourself. And the next type of foods I want you to avoid are the ones with artificial sweeteners. Again, these are fake sugars. And this especially pertains to aspartame, which is found under the names of NutraSweet or Equal, which is found in most diet sodas, and sugar and, no sugar type foods. And this is because it blocks the production of the neurotransmitter serotonin. This can cause various neuro and head problems such as headaches, insomnia, changes in mood, and yes, depression. And the solution here is, again, avoid all these artificial sweeteners, especially the ones with aspartame. You just got to read the label. Instead, if you want something sweet with no calories, use a natural one such as stevia, which is a natural herbal extract, no calories, and actually lowers blood sugar. So it's got a lot of healthy benefits. Now, the next type of foods I want you to avoid are hydrogenated oils, and these can be found in most fried foods, as well as packaged quote-unquote junk foods, such as, cookies, cakes, candies, chips, crackers, margarines, and spreads. Now, hydrogenation happens when you basically take vegetable oils and you heat them or make them into solids, and this also causes trans fats, which is the worst type of fat that you want to consume, basically want to avoid it. Now, I've simplified this whole process, leaving out all the boring chemical stuff, because the point here is you want to avoid these type of fats. Not only do they cause weight gain and inflammation, other physical problems, but they're also linked to depression. So the solution here is read the labels, avoid hydrogenated and trans fats. And at home, when you're cooking, it's best to not heat or cook with vegetable or these seed oils, such as safflower and sunflower and canola and so forth. Have these cold, all right, such as like on a salad. If cooking, choose a saturated fat, such as butter or better yet, coconut oil, which happens to have health benefits for your body and mind. Now, the next thing I want you to avoid is alcohol. Now, I know most people are going to not like hearing this, especially since alcohol is the drug of choice when people are feeling down and hopeless. However, alcohol is a depressant, and more specifically, depresses your central nervous system, your CNS, which controls how you feel, both physically and emotionally, and controls so many of your neurotransmitters. Again, serotonin, dopamine, and so forth. So the solution here is, again, limit or avoid alcohol, especially when you're feeling down, hopeless, or depressed. It's just going to make it worse. And then we have caffeine. Personally, I love caffeine, all right, because it gives me energy, it gives me focus, and actually makes me feel happier. However, that's only because I rarely use or have any, all right? I may have about only 50 milligrams 3 times a week before I go to the gym. That's less than half a cup of regular coffee, not even the strong coffee. Now, the reason caffeine can cause depression is for 3 primary reasons. First of all, the chronic and daily caffeine use, whether it's multiple cups of coffee or energy drinks or so forth, stresses, again, your central nervous system and increases your stress hormone cortisol, which can lead to depression. Also, the stress on your CNS also depletes important neurotransmitters such as, again, dopamine and serotonin, which affect your mood and happiness. And third, caffeine, especially when consumed later in the day, disrupts sleep, which decreases healing, proper hormonal production at night, and thus causes fatigue, both physically and emotionally, and can lead to depression. So the solution here is limit your caffeine use to the morning, all right? Maybe just once daily. And try to avoid energy drinks, which tend to have 3 to even 10 times the amount of caffeine compared to just a regular cup of coffee. Plus, the energy drinks have either sugar or artificial sweeteners, both of which you discover today are bad for your health and your mood. So in today's summary, you'll notice that basically the sugar, artificial sweeteners, hydrogenated oils, alcohol, and caffeine all contribute to negative feelings, emotions, and potentially depression because they negatively alter important brain chemicals and neurotransmitters which are responsible for your mood and happiness and so forth. These include serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, and cortisol, just to name a few. So do your best to limit and avoid these foods, especially when you're kind of feeling down and you're not 100%. Additionally, utilize natural solutions, vitamins and herbs and minerals that are actually clinically proven to help improve, rebalance, and optimize these key chemicals and neurotransmitters. And for more details about this, just click the link below this video in the description area. Just copy the proven formula and let me know how it's improved your life and your mood. Subscribe to this channel if you found this helpful. Please share this video with people that may benefit from it, and make sure you watch that next video and read the article and get that proven formula for improving your neurotransmitters and hormones so you can feel happier. Just click the link below in the description area and let me know how it works for you. And as always, thanks for listening and have a happy and healthy day.